Well, alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Dawson. I'm currently through hiking the Appalachian Trail, and I'm going to do a little gear review for y'all before I get back on trail tomorrow. So like I mentioned in my last video, this is going to be a little rushed, but when I get off trail in about 2-3 months, I'll do a really in-depth one. So starting off with the pack itself, it is a Hyperlight brand. The model is the Unbound 55-liter pack. It's a great pack, no complaints about it. It's fully rainproof. I don't know if like you're trudging through a river and the water's like halfway up your pack. I don't know if it would keep the stuff inside dry, but I've carried this thing in some serious heavy rain for hours and no water got in, so just awesome. Next up here is the tent. This is the Z-Packs Plex Solo. Runs you about $700. It's a single one-person tent. No tent poles. It uses trekking poles and just tent stakes. So the reason I got it is because as far as I know, it's the lightest ultralight tent on the market. That has a fully enclosed bug mesh, so I love it. It's great. It's definitely a little tight in there, not much room to wiggle around, but for an average sized person, it's perfect. For my sleeping pad, I use the Thermarest Neo X Air. I love this thing. The reason I got it is because it's ultralight, but it has a great R value. If you don't know what R value is, it's basically the level of insulation it provides between you and the ground. So if you're sleeping on really cold snow or ice, this will still get the job done pretty good. So love this thing, super comfortable, and yeah. With my sleeping pad, I also have a little air pump for it. This is the Flex Tail Gear Tiny Pump. So it's just a little small air pump like this. So it fills up the sleeping pad pretty quickly, and it's a lot. For me, it's worth the hassle of having to use those stuffed sacks and blow it up. So I love this thing. It's only a few ounces, and it also has a little light right there that you can like hang up on the top of your tent if you want. Pretty cool. I don't really use the light, but it's awesome to be able to use this to blow up the sleeping pad. So this is the pillow I use. I don't like inflatable pillows. They're not comfortable to me, so I do use a real pillow. Packs down pretty tight. So it packs down at about that size. It is a Thermarest. I'm not sure the model, but I'll link it down below. So it doesn't weigh a whole lot more than the inflatable pillows. It just takes up a lot more space. But I'm fine with it because this is just so comfy compared to an inflatable pillow. For my sleeping bag, I use the Enlightened Equipment Enigma. It is a 10-degree bag, 950 downfill, if you know what that means. Yeah, I love this bag. It's kept me plenty warm so far. Obviously, I'm going to be up in the whites at probably the end of September, maybe even October. So it's going to get cold, but with all the other cold weather gear I have, I'm not too worried about it. But great bag, packs down really tight, super comfortable, and yeah, no issues with it so far. Along with the sleeping bag, I also have a down puffy jacket here. This is the Enlightened Equipment Torrid. It's definitely a lighter and less warm puffy jacket compared to some others on the market, so this is really perfect for the Appalachian Trail if you're starting, at the average time, March, April. I really don't see you needing any more than this if you have a rain jacket to throw on top of it, so great puffy. And yeah, just like the other stuff, it packs down really well. And I have the Enlightened Equipment down booties here as well. Same concept, just keeps the feet warm at night, so love these things. And all the down equipment, my sleeping bag, jacket, and booties all go into one of these Sea to Summit Ultra Silk compression sacks. This one's a 13-liter, so everything will fit into here and compress down real nice and fit in the bag well. So this is a really great compression sack. I'm really happy with it. For the sleep system, I'm also carrying a Sea to Summit Reactor liner. Traditionally, you would add this to your sleeping bag in an extreme cold weather condition if you need to add maybe 10 degrees to it without wanting to buy a new bag. So, you got a 30-degree bag, it's 20 degrees, you throw this in there, you should be fine. But I also ended up using it just by itself when it was really hot at night. It was a lot better than a 10-degree bag, so I'm really happy with this, and I'm definitely going to carry it all the way north. So for all my personal hygiene stuff, I carried it in a Sea to Summit dry bag, 1.5 liter. Inside here we have so inside here is just like band-aids and ibuprofen, some cotton balls for fire starting and just cleaning a wound. Got some spare toilet paper in here for emergencies, along with some flossers. And this one I got some razors, tweezers, antibacterial ointment, and biodegradable camp soap. It's Uncle Todd's Wild Wash Camp Soap. Got super hot over there, I had to move out of the sun. So for clothing, I carried it all in a 20-liter Sea to Summit dry bag, just like the smaller one. So every day when I hike, I carry a base layer of underwear. Then I wear these Ranger panties over my underwear. These are just really short shorts that have a built-in liner that really helps prevent chafing. You can wear these just as shorts, but they do ride really high, so be careful. And then on top of those, I just wore these Nike dry fit shorts I have. They're super light, they dry out super quick, so they're perfect for the trail. And for the shirt, I just wore this random dry fit moisture wicking shirt from, I think it was the thrift store. It's just got that nice dry fit material, so it helps prevent chafing and all that. Super comfortable, so that's what I wear every day. This here's my long sleeve shirt I wear at night and sometimes hiking it. It is a military issue silk top, so I don't know if you can buy that. You can probably buy them on Amazon. But I just use it because it's what I have. Same with my mid layer. This is a military issue waffle top. Super warm and comfy. There's definitely some lighter and probably warmer options on the market for a mid layer, but just again, I already had it, so I figured I'd use it. So for socks, I'd start with the base layer with the Injinji toe liner socks. So as you can see, every toe has a little spot for itself, like gloves. So I wear these as my base layer. And on top of those, I would just wear a normal pair of darn tough merino wool socks. I mean, yeah, everyone knows these things are great. It's really the best option for socks out there right now. These are my pants I wear at night or if it's really cold. No idea where they're from. I think I thrifted them. They're just some really thin, lightweight, summer type hiking pants. Really love them, super happy. Yeah, no link for these. Now for the rain gear, I carry a Patagonia rain jacket. I'm not sure the model, but I'm really happy with it. It works really well. And it's a little heavier than most rain jackets, but the thing with most rain jackets that people get on trail is they get the super ultra light ones that are just, they really don't do anything. They soak through instantly and then yeah, they don't keep rain off you. So this one doesn't really soak through unless it's like just absolutely pouring for hours, but regardless, it keeps you mostly dry and super warm, so I really like it. I don't know the exact model off the top of my head, but I'll be sure to link it down below. Rain pants, just have some standard outdoor research rain pants, same as the rain jacket. Don't know the exact model, but I'll link it below. They soak through a little bit easier than the rain jacket just because they're thinner, but I'm super happy with them and they work pretty well. I have been carrying a beanie. I think I only used it a few times in the very beginning, but I'm going to continue to carry it for when it gets cold. Just a standard little fleece beanie. Also carrying a little buff to just, you know, wipe sweat off my face, and sometimes I kind of wear it like a bandana to keep the hair out of my face. And then I have some lightweight gloves here, just some random knockoff brand. I'll probably upgrade when I get up north to New Hampshire and Maine to some warmer gloves, but for now this is good enough. And I picked up this pack towel maybe 400 miles in near Irwin, mainly just to wipe the water off the tent in the morning and after it rains, but also it's come in handy because there are a few shelters on trail that actually have showers, and so it's been really nice to be able to wash myself with this. I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to take it back on trail. We'll see. So for shoes, I'm currently using the Ultra Lone Peak 8s. My first two pairs of shoes I used were the Ultra Olympus 5s, and that is my favorite shoe to hike with currently. But the last spot I stopped at on trail, they didn't have the Ultra Olympus 5s in my size, so I just switched to the Lone Peaks. They're practically the same. It's kind of a by-feel thing, but I definitely recommend ultra trail runners over any like heavy boot or anything like that. Then of course, with any ultra shoe, you got to have the ultra shoe gaiters. These clip onto the top of the shoe and go up to your ankle, essentially just stopping any sticks and debris from falling in your shoe while you hike. I know it seems insignificant, but it actually makes a really big difference in comfort and just overall time. For water on trail, I usually carried between 2 and 4 1-liter smart water bottles. And with those, I use the one bottle system. This here just screws onto the top of any smart water bottle, and you can drink straight from the bottle without having to reach back and grab it and do all that annoying stuff. So it basically just turns any water bottle into a water bladder or Camelback. So I really love this thing, and it's one of my favorite luxury items. And with that, I also carry this Hydro Pack little collapsible water bottle. I think it holds 17 ounces, and I use this for my mixed drinks. That way I'm not mixing flavored things with my smart water bottles and they start tasting funky. So I just have this on my left shoulder strap and I can drink from it through the straw. Because I use those sugary drink packets, it can get a little dirty and sometimes moldy, so you just gotta make sure you keep it clean. These are my tent stakes here. They're super cheap, just from, I don't even know, some random back-end website. Nothing special about them. For my poop kit, I just carried some toilet paper, sometimes baby wipes, and then someone actually gave me this trowel on trail. It's the Dirt Shaw Deuce number 3. All these trowels suck, are uncomfortable and don't dig well, so you just kind of have to deal with it unless you want to get a heavy one. I have this large carabiner here I use to clip my camp shoes onto the outside of my backpack. Works really well. Now on top of my backpack, I carry a Nemo switchback sit pad. This is something I picked up in a hiker box and I've loved it, so I'm just going to continue to carry it. For my food bag, I just have a standard Hilltop Packs food bag. I think it's 15 liters. So, you know, you can definitely carry about 5 days worth of food in it, no problem. Lightweight, waterproof. I think it's made of Dyneema, so it's really awesome. And then with the food bag, I have my cooking system here. This is just a 75 milliliter Totes titanium pot. And for my stove, I have the MSR Pocket Rocket. I haven't had any issues with it, works just fine. For the water filter, I started off with a Katadyn B-Free just because I heard the flow rate was a lot faster than the Sawyer Squeeze. But then when it came time for me to need a new water filter, the place I was at only had Sawyers, so I just went ahead and went with this. I mean, it's an advantage to have this because this is life-proof. A Katadyn B-Free only lasts, I don't know, maybe a couple months before you need to replace it. So as long as these don't freeze, they last forever. So I'm just gonna keep rocking with this for now. And last thing before I go over my electronics is my fanny pack here. This is a Hyperlight fanny pack. I don't think there's a model. I think it's all the same. It's a 2-liter fanny pack. We only carried snacks and GoPro batteries in here, along with a 20,000 milliamp Anchor battery pack. And with that, the rest of my electronics are 2 more 10,000 milliamp battery packs. One of them's Anchor, which is a really good brand, and then this one's like some random off-brand ONN. I wouldn't recommend it. It's pretty heavy and just doesn't work as well as the Anchor or the Nightcore, so I'd stick with those two if you're gonna get one. For my headlamp, I use a Black Diamond Storm R. Great headlamp, has multiple functions, so works well, can't complain. And then everyone asks what light I use for filming. I just use a simple bicycle light from Amazon. It has this attachment right here, so I can hook it up to the camera tripod, point it anywhere, and it works super well. So yeah, this thing's really awesome. And the watch I carry on trail is the Garmin Instinct 2. It works great for navigation, and on top of that, I can manage my heart rate really well. So then I just have these 2 plastic bags that would stay at the top of my pack, mainly just cords and plugs and different charging equipment. And now the last but arguably most important piece of gear I have is my Garmin InReach Mini 2. This thing allows you to send messages with the Iridium satellite when there's no cell service. So if I get hurt or need to contact anyone for whatever reason, as long as I have clear skies and no trees above me, I can get a message out. No, I think that's about it for everything I carried on trail that I currently have. There were some things I had to ditch on the plane ride back, like I was carrying bear spray, the butane stove, knives, lighter. Yeah, so there's some small things like that that I was carrying that I had to get rid of, but nothing that wasn't replaceable. But now I'm going to show you a couple things I'm adding on. First of which being I am adding on an additional 20,000 milliamp Nightcore battery pack. This is just to make sure I don't run out of battery power for the camera and for the phone for navigation purposes. So I'm going to add this and probably carry it in my fanny pack. And then for warmth for my feet, I am going to bring some of these sealskin socks. These are essentially a waterproof layer of socks. They're not fully waterproof, but they do help a lot with insulation and keeping your feet warm. So I plan on having these and all my other cold weather gear I'm about to show y'all mailed to me once I hit New Hampshire or Vermont, just to make sure I don't get too cold and risk frostbite. I'm gonna add on my waffle bottoms here. These are the same as my waffle top before, just for the lower half, so these are really warm, and I'm gonna use those because I already have them. Then I got the Enlightened Equipment Toward mittens. They're the same thing as the booties, but for the hands, obviously. And I specifically chose these because they're really warm, but then you can also pull the top off, and then you can use your fingers. And then the last piece of winter gear I'm adding is the Catula, I think is how you say it, micro spikes. So basically you just attach these to your shoes, and it adds a lot more friction when you're hiking over ice or snow and keeps you from slipping and falling. So again, I'll have these mailed up to me once it gets to that point up in New Hampshire, Vermont. And who knows, there's a chance I outpace it and don't even need this stuff, but I'll definitely use it one day if not on this trip. The last piece of gear I'm adding here is the Seanock pretty self-explanatory. It attaches well to the Sawyer squeeze and just makes life easier when filtering water. So I'm gonna carry this. I'll probably only use it when I'm setting up camp, and that way I can just hang up the bottle in the water and not have to worry about anything. So yeah, I'm super excited to have this, and it'll make my life a lot easier at camp. So yeah, I think that covers about everything. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. I'll at least throw the link in the description so y'all can find it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty simple setup, nothing super out of the ordinary. And yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. I know a lot of people have been asking for this video, so I hope it's good enough for y'all to make sense of everything I have. But I got a lot to take care of before I head out tomorrow, so I'm ending this video here. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see y'all soon back on the trail.